Fiscally,
what do you mean?
I'm saying I'm fiscally opposed to it. I don't think the government should be mandating that. If a man wants to check the paternity of his child, I have no problem with that.
Yeah, he should.
So wait a minute. Wait. You don't believe that the government should play a role in that, but you believe that the government should play a role in women determining what they should be able to do with their bodies.
I think that it should be left up to the person. I'm in favor of more choices, not less.
So you believe that we should reinstall Roe v. Wade?
I think that women should have protections over their body.
But men shouldn't have protection. Well, but men shouldn't have protection. But men shouldn't have mandatory protection from paternity fraud.
No, y'all should have mandatory vasectomies.
I'm sorry. Give me a second. Go ahead, Trey.
Your question was, should men have protections over like paying child support?
From a paternity perspective. So, for example, we know that regardless of whether or not he's actually the real father or not, in a lot of cases, women automatically put the man's name on the birth certificate, which then makes him liable and responsible for paying child support for his kid that's not his, regardless of whether it is or not. So should men have protection from paternity fraud?
Yes, they should, and I take no issue with them getting paternity
DNA at birth.
So in order to get those protections, should there be paternity tests at birth?
Not federally mandated,
but it should be mandated federally to allow for protections for women to determine what they want to do with their bodies.
I think it should be federally mandated to. This is the thing. Be mindful of what I'm saying. It should be federally mandated for the choice. A man should have the protections to have the choice to say, "Hey, I want to get a paternity test done." That's what I'm saying.
So why shouldn't it be?
I think that's what they do, though. They ask you.
That's what I thought. That's what I
thought. No. But why shouldn't it be mandatory so that we have clear visibility into who's who and who's doing what, especially when it comes to the children?
Why even invite the openness in it?
Correct. That's what I'm saying. Why should it be a thing to where men should have a choice versus it be federally mandated, or it should be mandated, especially when it comes to all of these requirements for child support and alimony and all of these other things that's then tied to it? Why shouldn't it be required for women to be responsible for who it is that they have sex with and then ultimately who they have a child by?
I agree.
I agree as well.
Again, I think it should be up to the man because, again, like
no. I said why?
Government money.
I know what your position is. Hold on, Jamisha. I know what your position is. But why do you completely absolve that part out of it? Why is the question I'm asking?
Why do I think that the government should not intrude and mandate it?
Correct.
I think I would go back to sort of what you say. Like, I think you want less government, and I agree with that.
Oh, we want less government in that instance.
So should it be by the state or should it be?
I think that it should not be a federal protect. I think it should be federally protected so a man can choose.
All right, Trey, I got a question. So do you still agree with that? What if in the situation before a man can be put on child support, there has to be a paternity test, government mandated? What about that one?
I don't think I'd be opposed to that. I don't think I'd be opposed.
How did you become a feminist? How did you become a feminist?
I don't know that I am.
A government mandate to have.
No, I asked him. Well, I didn't ask him. I said Trey may be more of a feminist than Q, Carrie, and Jamisha combined, and you said that's probably true.
I said I think I maybe said possibly, or maybe I missed. Maybe possibly. I don't know.
How did you be? Okay, so are you a feminist?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Why are you playing games?
Feminist. There's a spectrum to feminist. Like, if you think I'm a feminist, that's perfectly fine. I think a woman should have the right to her body. If that makes me a feminist, okay.
Yeah, but that's not the only thing that you believe.
I agree. So I don't know how you could even say that you think I am when we haven't had an in-depth
conversation. Do you lean more towards being a feminist or not?
Again, you and I have different definitions. Like we made it. I just and to answer your question, I don't think that I am a feminist. I may be a feminist into your subjective definition because, like you've established, you make up your own definitions.
I thought we Oh, so now it's based off of what my definition. So when
It
Q
has
was
to
reading
be.
the definition, it was okay to go based off of the definition. But when I'm talking to you now, it's subjective based off of what my belief
That's not
is.
what he
I'm
said.
asking
He
you.
said
I'm
he don't
asking you
believe
based off of
Right.
your belief.
Some
Forget
important
what my
stuff.
belief is. According to what you believe before you ever met me today, do you believe that you are a feminist?
I don't believe so. But
Okay,
but
why?
again,
Why?
though, you've made it clear that you don't care what we think on the panel. You've called us all liars.
That's
when
why
you
I'm
go- when
asking
you
what
write
you think. I'm not
I
asking you.
He
just
What
said
you,
no. He just
listen,
said
listen.
no
I'm
twice.
not asking you what do you think that I think. I know what I think.
He
I'm
said
asking you
no.
what you
That's
think.
kind of true.
Okay, I
Why
don't
you
think so.
value the chat, but you don't care about the panel?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Can I ask Trey?
You said you don't
talking
care
about?
about what we
Carrie
think.
got
You
offended.
made it a point to
Trey,
say
can
that
you hear
you
me?
value the chat
Right.
and their opinion and their
Right.
the whole.
Oh,
Yeah,
chat lives. No, no,
Trey,
no, no.
can you
Let's be
hear me?
let's be clear. Now I answer that
Hold on,
question.
panel.
Trey, can you hear
Let
me?
me answer that question.
Hold him on.
Listen, if I have to pick between the chat and y'all, chat lives matters.
Right.
Echo chamber.
Chat,
Here you
the
would.
chat,
Everybody log off. Log
Shut
off this bitch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
Trey,
don't give a fuck.
It's an
I
echo
can, you know
chamber.
me. I can do this shit.
knowing
Listen,
that
at the end of
the
the
government
day,
has
at the end of the day,
programs like
if
TANF,
everybody logged the fuck off, guess
Medicaid, and
what?
Medicare,
I'm gonna be doing this shit by
when the
myself,
father
and
is
then we
not
gonna
in
be
the
rocking.
picture,
So you don't
Listen, y'all are.
That's
I
tax
love
dollars.
y'all, but y'all are nice
There
to
are
have when it's
cases
compared
where
to my
women
chat.
don't know who the father are, and these men
Give
have
me a
been
second. Give me a
responsible
second,
for
Alderwoman.
these
Give me a second,
funds.
Alderwoman.
I'm trying to ask Trey a
Give
question.
me a second, Alderwoman.
I just want to ask him a
The
question.
chat,
Usually I
the
promise I'll
chat
answer as soon as-
is number one. Y'all are one. Y'all
Right,
are one.
go
Y'all
chat.
are 1B.
Great.
Nice.
It's an unhealthy echo chamber, I'm sure.
No, fuck that. Fuck what y'all saying. Because
That's a fact.
no, it's not a fact. Because the chat been disagreeing with me all night.
That's
The
a lie.
reason,
They
the
have
reason,
For real.
the reason why the
They do
chat
not.
matters is
They're
because
indoctrinated.
the chat don't give a fuck about what nobody think. The chat is gonna do what they do, and they are the number one co-host to every single show that I do. And I will
No,
have
they
no
not.
disrespect,
Ooh,
no
shout out to
disrespect to the
chat.
chat.
That's
Can
a
I
lie.
ask Trey this
They the
question?
backup bench players.
Yeah,
Right,
they're
Trey.
No,
biased.
they're not.
Tanisha,
No, they're not.
As I
No,
was
they're not.
saying,
They are.
Mhm.
The
in
chat is
support of-
the chat is the shooting guard. Fuck
all right,
The
as
shooting
in
guard.
support
The
of
assistant coach.
DNA at birth,
Mhm.
there's federal programs where there's TANF money. They get cash money to be taking care of these women that, percentage that are on welfare. The men who are not in the household are responsible for these funds. They can sometimes get locked up, go to jail. You got child support, right? All along, the man, he done put his name on the birth certificate because he not knowing, right? Go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. He done paid out $25,000. Then something comes up where he has to go pay for a lawyer, right? Which costs thousands of dollars. And if you don't have one, you got to figure it the fuck out to go and serve these people so that you can get a court order. Because if you get a paternity test outside of court, it won't hold up. And I know this for a fact because I worked for Craven County Child Support years ago. So now you put another cost on the individual. If you gave them the choice, a man is going to say, I want it. If you give it a choice, the woman say no, then what? Then there's no DNA or you're only getting partial data. So that's why to just nip it in the bud, regardless of little government, big government, it should be DNA at birth. No one should be offended because it deals with genetics. We're advancing.
You talking to your feminist friend Trey?
I'm trying to listen.
I don't care what that is. I'm just saying this is the reason why I would fight for it, because I've been where a woman done had five different daddies. That's not people. And we had to go DNA by DNA by DNA. But then also there are deadbeat mothers where the men got to fight to get the right for their kids and get child support for them. That shit is real out here. It's a fucked up system. So to alleviate that, on top of that, a child that grows up not knowing who they are and finds out later, that's mental illness, they need therapy.
Trey thinks that the men should have the option.
So to alleviate that, it's truth at birth too, and they got to deal with it. They have to deal with it. That's on them. So they make the decision before they continue to have that work with that child. Either he's not going to be in the life and she's a single mother, or they're going to work it out. But truth at birth, DNA at birth.
Would we meet in the middle if I if I'm of a belief that in order for a woman to get child support from a man, that there would have to be a paternity test.
I agree.
He believes that this should be a bipartisan
Because,
issue.
yeah,
Good point.
because if a man, because
That's a
keep this,
good point.
but wait, keep this in mind. Keep this in
Okay.
mind.
This is
The
not a
majority,
bipartisan issue.
keep this in mind. The majority of men don't pay full child support. 30% pay nothing. I don't even know what the percentage is for total men that are even paying child support as a whole. So
I think that
if
the
a
child
woman
support
isn't
system should be
obligating,
completely abolished.
So then that would be based on the policies, because in our county, the minimum wage that you can get is $50. Hold the justice system accountable. Let's get to the root cause of why we're on child
I'm
support.
not opposed to that.
Mhm.
I'm not
Right.
opposed to that.
So let's worry about that than be trying to figure out what's going on in court. Let's keep the family together. That's real shit.
Oh no, of course. I agree.
But
with
how
that.
are we doing that? How
That's
are we
the hard
figuring
part.
that?
That's the hard part. That's the hard part.
Well, I do agree that women need to have a DNA test. A lot of y'all men.
Oh, Anton's speaking
I
again.
fuck with y'all, but y'all could kiss my black ass with all that strong
Don't you
back.
disrespect my chat.
But yo, cash at me $2.
Don't you disrespect my chat.
And we're looking at you, and your ass probably isn't black, but go ahead.
She's black.
Her ass isn't.
Oh my God. When I was in high school in the 90s, 20-year-olds were picking up their teenage girlfriends every day.
Wait. Give me a second. Trey, have you ever held a woman accountable in your life?
What?
Yes,
He
but
said, "Fuck
let's
you,
go down
super
this line of argumentation. I'm here for it. Yes, I have.
You held
You
a
are-
woman accountable.
Yeah.
When?
I believe him.
Q,
in
what the fuck is going on tonight?
In previous relationships,
I'm tired.
but I think the better question.
Hold
but I mean, I
on,
can ask you-
hold on.
Okay, that's fine.
Q, what the fuck is going on with you?
She's trying to get out of here. She's like, yeah, he did.
Huh? Q, what the fuck is
I
happening?
believe him. You know when men come on the panel and you always believe them at first? I'm taking a page out of your book.
Thank you, Q.
But just late at night.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know. Chat. Let me talk to my chat real quick.
Talk to your echo chamber for sure. I wonder what they'll say. Put a poll up.
Chat. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I don't know where Q came from. Look at her. Let chat. Anton loves you. I don't know what the fuck they talking about, but Anton loves you in real life. I don't know what Q is doing. I don't know what she got going on, but she different. Ever since she didn't went to fucking Dallas, she came back different, y'all.
I went to Cali too. Is this weekend?
But
Yeah.
but chat,
I'm tired.
fuck you. You can literally go to my page and see what the fuck I look like. Y'all is bored and y'all pay this man to talk shit. Thank you. I appreciate it. Please go on my profile and see. Like, you talk so stupid. For real.
Why you hating on the chat? Why you jealous?
White people are really passionate about what they speak about. When they come at you and say you get elevated, what's wrong with us getting elevated? That don't make me no dude. That don't make me like
I believe her.
Misha, you're
I'm
a star.
passionate
If they
about what
weren't
I'm
talking
saying.
about you, you wouldn't mean shit. You're
I
a
agree with
star,
her.
Misha.
I agree
Let
with
them
you.
rock out.
Look at y'all. Listen. They don't fuck with you because they
You're a
telling you the
superstar,
truth.
Misha.
Yes,
No, they don't fuck with anybody that goes against Anton. That's how
Right.
you
slide in my DMs.
Right.
That's not true. And as a
And
matter of fact, the chat,
You handling yourself up there on the YouTube.
the chat,
That last time, that was like on chat.
nobody holds me more accountable than the chat. That's a fact.
That's a lie.
That's a lot.
No, that's a fact.
a lie.
That's a fact.
Nah, the chat
They
be like,
didn't-
that's a fact, though.
You stand
Yeah.
your ground with
Right.
Anton. You stand your
Right.
ground with Anton.
Right.
Y'all such haters.
Oh my
Y'all such
God.
haters. And
work
and
on
and
your
what,
audience.
what the reason that y'all
You
know
you
is
stand your
because
ground with Anton. Shout out to you. Look,
I
they
see
commented.
people. I see
I
people in the
see your
chat
lies.
right now. I see
You see the
people in the chat right
comments
now
after
for
the
years. For years, they have been disagreeing with me. There are people in the chat right now
On point.
that have
What
been
percentage,
disagreeing
though?
with me for years. And guess
What
what? I've
What
never,
percentage?
I've never, and guess what? I've never booted them. I've never censored them. I've never said that they can't say what they want to say. They, as long as they don't get overly disrespectful and get personal as far as like stuff that like they can say whatever they want about me. I don't give a fuck what you say about me. As long as they don't talk about my kid or some shit like that.
Allegation.
Talk
As
about
long
me,
as they don't
I'ma
talk about,
time
as
you
long
the
as they
fuck
don't
out.
talk about my kid, then we cool. But other
Anton,
than that,
what percentage of the chat do you think disagrees with you?
I think that all of the chat is objective, and I think that they
2%
say,
milk,
nope.
Right.
I think
Right.
that
Let's do a survey,
my chat
Uncle.
is unique. My chat is unique because they objective. Sometimes they agree with me, sometimes they disagree with me. They tend to agree with me more because I'm right, and y'all fucking wrong, and that's the problem. Y'all, the
Anton,
problem
that's a
isn't
great
the
answer.
problem.
That's a great word salad, but you didn't answer the question.
The
What percentage?
problem isn't that the chat agrees or disagrees with me. The problem is y'all don't want to take accountability for y'all being fucking wrong most of the night.
This nigga is answering
Not
all-
you use
answer
the word
question, nigga.
accountability. God, I
Answer
know
the
they have
question,
you
then
in
add the
chokehold when it comes to
context.
facts.
Anton, what percent are you ever wrong?
I'm not really wrong.
Good night.
Here we go. There we go.
Good
No,
night.
listen. No.
Let me read the super chat.
Right.
I'm not really wrong. Is that
Oh,
y'all
no.
just don't get it yet? Y'all don't
Right.
understand yet.
Oh, so
But
you're
y'all will
never
get there.
wrong.
Right.
Oh, man.
Y'all don't get it yet, but y'all are
So
growing
you're
into it.
never wrong is his answer. Okay. Well,
I'm
no,
never
but
really
bro,
wrong.
shout out to the chat monsters.